What's up, guys? Smockdown 101, and this is my Smackdown review. As of recording this, not Backlash, No Mercy is going to be on in about 2.5 hours. So I want to get these recordings done before then. So let's get started. I only got Smackdown, NXT, Lucha Underground, and DNA. Damn, I still got 3 more. Shit. At least the next 2 will be short. Being 1-hour shows. I don't have Ring of Honor this week because my links to Ring of Honor have kind of fucked up this week. So SmackDown actually did not start off with a talking segment. It started off with a match. Kane and Bray Wyatt. What did we do to deserve this? Why? Why did we get Kane and Bray Wyatt? I mean, did they not learn their lesson from that? Why are they keeping Kane strong? He's nearly 50. He's going to be 50 years old next year. Why are they keeping him as strong as they are? Why? I don't know. They're protecting him, but for no reason. I think that's what it is. They're protecting him for no reason. Kane actually beat Bray Wyatt by countout after Randy Orton came out to distract him. After the match was over, Bray Wyatt went to chase Randy Orton backstage. This was basically a retread of what they did last week, except the difference there was that Randy was searching for Bray backstage. Now Bray is searching for Randy. We got Corbin and Jack Swagger, Baron Corbin and Jack Swagger backstage. There is a confrontation. They wanted a match tonight or that night on SmackDown, and Jack Swagger said he would go talk to Daniel Bryan, and that was that. More Wyatt shenanigans. He came across. I just want to get this shit out of the way now. I don't want to talk about this anymore. He came across this storage unit where he usually does his taped promos. That's where Randy Orton did the promo earlier. That was the distraction, was that Randy Orton was making a weird ass looking promo that Bray Wyatt usually does. He came to the storage unit. Orton shut the freaking unit door on him. He was basically locked inside. We had a camera looking at him from a mysterious camera. I don't know where this camera came from, but yeah. So at one point, Bray Wyatt said, Sister Abigail. Randy Orton basically, I think he yelled inside or something. He opened the door to see if Bray Wyatt was in there. Bray Wyatt was not in there. I hope I think Randy is gonna win, but I hope Bray wins. I think Bray might win, because Randy, for the most part, has had the upper hand on Bray the entire time. I think Bray might win. He needs a win against a big guy, and Randy Orton's that guy to do it. And this goes back to, and this is one of my main point of the show. The reason why the show was not as good as Raw is because this show had 6 matches on a show, not good for a 2-hour show. At least the way they booked it. Because Brie Bella came out to face Alexa Bliss. She won by DQ because Carmella was on commentary. She called her a Kim Kardashian wannabe, which she kind of is. Let's face it, huge tits, huge ass. Maybe not a huge ass, but huge tits, possibly a fake ass. Carmella went freaking New Jersey on her. That's the only way I can describe it. And Nikki proceeded to do what any normal woman would do in that situation: beat the living shit out of them. Actually, no, she rammed Alexa Bliss into Carmella. She went back in to continue the match, and Carmella attacked for the DQ. Out came Becky Lynch to break it up, and now those two became part of a tag team match. Good old Teddy Long booking is what I like to call it. Carmella and Alexa Bliss beat Becky and Nikki, which makes sense for in Alexa's case, because Alexa, I think, pinned Becky Lynch after Carmella did that super kick that is basically her finisher. Only problem is Becky Lynch is, and this is just recently, Becky Lynch is now injured, so we don't know what's gonna happen tonight. We think there's probably gonna be some kind of injury angle, and they're gonna stave the match off a few weeks. wait till probably an episode of Smackdown, maybe a rematch of Survivor Series. That's probably what's gonna happen. The next match we had the Hype Bros beat the Vaudevillains. All I can say is the Hype Bros got to win. The Vaudevillains continue to go down. That's all I can say. Then we have what Larry from 411 Mania called the Dolphumentary. There was a segment between the Miz, Dolph Ziggler, and Maurice. Mainly just Miz and Dolph Ziggler because Maurice didn't add anything here. Miz was going to talk crap about Dolph. Dolph straight up said, "You speak one word, I will beat the shit out of you." He didn't say it that way, but that's basically the message he implied. So good on Dolph for having some balls. There's a promo package of all the times that Dolph has lost and failed in his career. Being a caddy to Chavo Guerrero back when Chavo Guerrero was actually called Kerwin White. Yeah, remember that? When he was a member of the Spirit Squad, and having shit being dumped on him by DX, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. Having shit on him being dumped on him by John Cena at the end of 2012. It's the second time in his career he's done that. Losing several great matches, being so close yet so far. My Name is Dolph Ziggler back in 2000. I think it was like 2008, 2009. He was doing that. There was a lot of times when he failed in this career. And Dolph basically said, "Look, yes, I've failed a lot in my career, but at the same time, I've had those moments where it's truly worthwhile. I won the world champ. Oh, by the way, in the Dolphumentary, it showed Dolph Ziggler being world champion and then being beaten for the title by Edge like 5 minutes later. That was back in 2011. So back to the actual show. Dolph said, those few moments were worth it. For me personally, those few moments were winning the title the night after WrestleMania 29, winning the world title, winning the Survivor Series tag team match for Team Cena at Survivor Series 2014, beating John Cena at TLC. Beating John Cena at TLC in 2012. For the most part, beating Chris Jericho in their feud in 2012. That was right before Jericho left. Winning the U.S. title. He won the Intercontinental. He's had a lot of good moments in his career. He had that great match with Daniel Bryan at Bragging Rights 2010, which was just freaking awesome. You should check that out right now. So yeah. But to cheer up Dolph Ziggler for all of his failures, Miz brought out Kenny and Mikey, the Spirit Squad. Kenny Dykstra and Mikey. Johnny Jeter, who's Johnny from the Spirit Squad, he's working for a job outside of WWE. He could not get time off just to do this. And Mitch lives in Israel, became a Jew, and there's like a Jewish holiday or something was happening in his religion on Tuesday, so obviously he could not be in for the show. But they tried to Kenny and Mikey tried to basically cheer up Dolph. They mocked him. Miz, for doing this, not Miz. Miz was loving this. Dolph wanted to beat the shit out of him. Mikey and I was about to say Nikki, but that's who Dolph Ziggler was. He was Nikki and the Spirit Squad. They even called him Nikki, I think. Or no, they called him Dolphy. Kenny and Mikey went to beat up Dolph. Dolph easily got the better hand. Super kicked both of them to hell. Nearly kicked Miz's face off, and Miz got out of the ring. I love how they're building this feud so far. It's the Miz and it's Dolph Ziggler. Two guys who, A, we've seen feud before, and B, it's like somebody new. Somebody like a Paul Cruz, Baron Corbin, Kalisto. Hell, Bray Wyatt in the Intercontinental title mix would actually make sense. Try to rebuild Bray Wyatt. But those guys, that would be awesome. But somehow they took The Miz and Dolph Ziggler, who last year were two of the most boring acts on the entire show, and turned them into really good shit right here. They somehow took a year's worth of not doing much at all with them and turned that into being two of the most important guys on that roster, SmackDown roster. I mean, they're practically top guys in the Intercontinental title feud. That's what I almost perceive it as, and they did a pretty damn good job with it so far. Keep it up. I assume Dolph is going to win the title at No Mercy, unless he's going to win the title. That's my prediction. Next we had Jason Jordan beat Jey Uso in literally at 30 seconds to a minute. I think there was a distraction. I don't know. Regardless, after the match was over, Jordan and Gable got the shit kicked out of them by the Usos from behind their backs. They injured Jason Jordan the same way they injured Chad Gable. Rhino and Slater, the tag team champions, came out to make the save. This is building up to their match at the No Mercy pay-per-view. I get the feeling that, a pretty decent feeling that, Rhino and Heath Slater are not retaining the titles at No Mercy. They're probably dropping them to the Usos. We had yet another Kurt Hawkins skit. He says he'll be making his debut at No Mercy. Whether it's in a match or not, I don't know, because they've not announced a match. It wouldn't surprise, even as of late as today, they have not announced a match. I'm pretty sure he's just probably gonna make a cameo, or maybe or maybe he'll troll us and make yet another skit like this, because these skits are actually kind of enjoyable. We then had Swagger and Corbin in a match. Jack Swagger beat Baron Corbin. It was an okay match, but it wasn't all that good. It wasn't all that good considering Jack Swagger's in it, but then again, keep in mind who else is in it. Baron Corbin. Jack Swagger is a good wrestler. Baron Corbin needs to work. The match, it did have a somewhat clever ending, but it was slightly marred by stupid commentating by David Otunga, and surprisingly enough, Mauro Ranallo. And I'm a huge Mauro Ranallo fan. I think he's awesome. But, okay, so what happened was, Jack Swagger had Corbin in the Patriot Lock. Corbin was, clawing his, his wrist against the mat, trying to make to the bottom rope. And the referee, said that was a tap out, and that Corbin tapped out, and Swagger won the match. Ironically enough, JBL, and usually I don't like JBL anymore, but ironically enough, JBL was the only guy who was like, no, he did not tap out. He was just trying to claw his way to the rope. David Otunga is playing stupid, no, he tapped out. That looked like a tap out. And Mauro Ranallo, he did kind of bounce back saying, but at first he thought it was a tap out too, but then after watching the footage, he's not exactly sure. He may have tapped out, he may not have. Controversial win. Mauro Ranallo is very much in the middle. JBL's on the side of right. David Otunga is on the side of I want to punch him in the mouth. Then we had the main event segment, which was Styles, Ambrose, and Cena all in a talking segment. Styles came out, hyped up his match. Dean Ambrose came out, hyping up, how he should win at No Mercy and what's going to happen. Cena came out, and I love to see here when AJ Styles talked over John Cena. Cena's about to say something. Styles no, shut up for once. We know what you're going to say. You're going to go for the 16th title. You're going to try to break Ric Flair's record, which he even said himself. Ric Flair has a legacy. Ric Flair's legacy will never be tarnished by the likes of you. You will never be able to tarnish Ric Flair's legacy, which is true. Then Ambrose interrupted Cena before he could speak, and basically told him that he was fake. Ambrose was more real than Cena. Ambrose will be out doing his thing, while Cena will come out playing John Cena, which is also a nice line. Cena said, "Talk is cheap." Went in to beat up Dean Ambrose, hit both Ambrose and Styles with an AA, posed with the title. Ambrose hit, and then Cena got hit by Styles with a phenomenal forearm. Styles was about to leave with the title. Then Ambrose hit Dirty D's on the floor outside, and Dean Ambrose left with the title. I love how they're building this here. I don't think Styles is losing the title. Anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on those are my thoughts on Raw. Not Raw, SmackDown. Styles is winning. I think they're having like a pre-show match with Corbin and Swagger. I presume Corbin is winning. We're gonna predict Bray Wyatt to win. Styles is winning his title. Dolph Ziggler is gonna win the IC title. Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch, I don't think it's gonna happen unless they bring in a replacement or do something else with Becky Lynch. Nikki Bella and Carmella, I think Nikki Bella is winning this one here because Carmella's always had the upper hand of Nikki Bella for weeks now. So Nikki is gonna win here. With that said, guys, I'll see you next time. And I hope to watch No Mercy live on stream if I can do that. I'll see you next time, guys. I'll be reviewing NXT, which should be shorter than this video. And peace.